What's up, everyone? If you're somebody that doesn't want to spend a lot of gold to get best in slot gear, then this video is for you. Let's face it, many of us are in the same boat. It seems like New World is shifting the meta pretty quickly. At the beginning of Season 3, the meta really was shirking heals, and after the most recent updates, that perk is essentially dead. So if you're like me, which I know a lot of you are, chances are you actually crafted up a lot of different gear, utilizing shirking heals and stacking it up, and now that perk is dead and you're back to square one. I get it. I mean, like, a lot of us don't have a ton of gold. We don't want to recraft best in slot and drop a bunch of gold just for this to happen all over again within a few weeks. So this video is going to highlight some cheap ways on how you can craft a really good PvP oriented build with whatever the meta actually is. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. Before diving in, I did want to call out and ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel if you find any of this content useful. Over the last month or so, I've noticed that a huge amount of you guys just do not subscribe, which I get. It's annoying here and there, but it really does just give me a heads up that it's worth creating content like this and continuing to make videos like this. Only 3.6% of you guys have subscribed over the last 28 days. So if you've seen these videos before or enjoyed my content, please consider just shooting a quick subscribe. It really means a lot to me and just tells me that it's worth making videos like this. Okay, enough of that. Let's just jump right in. Quick disclaimer though, for this method, you do need at least 250 armoring, all of your armoring trophies, as well as the Morningdale fort bonus. If you don't have the fort bonus, just check out the cooldown. If it's open, grab some buddies and just cap it. And the main reason we're doing this is because it gives you a +5 global crafting bonus, which allows you to actually use Asmodium instead of prismatic ingots, making it a lot cheaper. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what exactly I mean by that right now. Once we have the Morningdale fort activated, the armoring food activated, all of our armoring gear, and we're level 250, we are ready to go and just get started with this. What we're going to be doing for today's video is going straight to the forge, and we're just going to be searching for bestial gear. Some of you may already have heard about this, but I'm just going to be showcasing the importance of this and how useful it is, especially in the constant meta change that we're seeing in New World. So unlike the other types of gear that you can craft, you can actually hit 700 gear score here without having to use prismatic ingots. You can see I'm 700 by using everything, but if I just drop in Asmodium, I still hit that 700. You can try doing it and playing around with other types of runic leather and things like that, but you're just not going to hit that 700 gear score without using prismatic for the other two materials. So we're going to be locking that in. We need 10 of these Rithling seedlings. Luckily, it's actually from the Savage Divide mutation, or just the Savage Divide dungeon itself. It's on the mutation cycle this week, so these are going to be a little bit cheaper than usual. So stock up on them now because you need 10 for every single craft. So once we have everything ready, we're going to be locking in one specific perk. And for me, I'm locking in Shirking Fortification. Again, in my opinion, Shirking Heals is dead with that 10-second cooldown. I'm just not even going to bother with it. I'm going to be trying to craft a new best in slot gear and hope that I hit health and a additional useful perk for that third perk. For the heavy set, you are locked into Constitution. There is also bestial gear for light and medium. I'll show that at the end of the video. That is not Constitution, so it may just be useful or not depending on what build you're going for. But let's go ahead and just get started with this. I'll start out by crafting 2 of these. Let's see if I get lucky. Again, these are automatically 700 gear score items, so it's not bad. I hit health, which is great, but that third perk, not so great. It's sturdy energy. And then the other one, once again, sturdy energy. Not fun, but hey, we got health on that one. Here's a few other crafts that I was able to do. Again, Asmodium and then prismatic materials for the other 2 slots. I'm dropping in Shirking Fortification, and let's see if I get lucky. Health, Vigor, and Shirking Fortification. Not the worst, honestly. It could be a lot better, but here's another one. And there we go. Health, shirking, fortification, and slash conditioning. I'm equipping that. I'm a heavy bruiser. It's a win in my book. Here's a quick heavy helmet. And we'll see I'm using the Abyss, so this also is a great piece. Health, shirking, fortification, and void harnessing. And I'm just going to quickly show you some gloves that I also crafted, and then we'll go ahead and move on to talk about those heavy boots. So instead of actually crafting heavy boots, I highly recommend you go to a gypsum kiln and search for the stone sole shoes. And again, these are heavy shoes. These actually drop from the Lazarus mutation. And you need 3,500 dense Laz materia to get these. But if you grind it out or get it from your season rewards track, it's definitely worth picking these up. And that's because both health and shirking fortification are locked in here, which are two probably best in-slot gears across the board. And you can use some dark matter to kind of lock in that third perk, whether it's a weapon perk or something else along those lines. I'm actually going to go ahead and lock in one for myself, and I'm going to be locking in Gravwell. I always rock the Abyss, and this Gravwell perk is probably the most expensive weapon perk that I want in regards to using a great axe. So I'm just locking that in. Yeah, it costs some dark matter, some seals, and an armor matrix, but honestly, based on the build I'm going for, this is best in slot. So in my eyes, it's worth it. There we go. Health, shirking fortification, and Gravwell. I'll take that any day. As I mentioned earlier, you can also do this for light and medium gear. I'm going to go ahead and type in Beasteel again. And as you can see, the light Beasteel gear is intelligence and focus, which works for some builds, but definitely not all of them. And then if you go to the medium set, it is strength and dexterity, which also may work or may not work depending on what you're going for. Thanks again for watching. If you guys liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe, because I have a whole lot more best practices and tips and tricks coming regarding New World in the future. Thanks again. Catch you guys later.